Great day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Chat with Kat and Friends. It's your girl Kat. I am always bubbling over with excitement to speak to you, to talk to you, to interchange and interact with you in some kind of way, and bring you information that is worthwhile, that what gets you thinking, sets you on a path of a great mindset, or like just starting you up to get you going towards your goals, or making some new goals. Maybe you know how to scratch out some and start over. Yep, that's what this channel is all about. Empowerment, inspiration, building confidence, building self-esteem, and all of those great things right there. Take a look at all of the awesome content on this channel, you guys. I'm telling you, you will be inspired, you will be empowered. Chat with Kat and Friends. We're making global reach right here, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Global reach, and I have no doubt that it's reaching all over, everywhere, so I'm just going to walk in that and keep going in that as well. I pray that you had an awesome day on today. Today was the first day of school here in Baltimore City, Baltimore County. Some of the private schools and other types of schools started a little bit earlier, a week or two or so ago. We are praying your strength, your protection, your continued zeal or startup zeal in this wonderful school year. We're going to declare it right now and decree it, and also over the teachers, over the staff. I mentioned this on yesterday, so check out yesterday's video as well. I mentioned this on yesterday as well. Just praying for everyone's safety, that we keep calm heads, that we would talk things out, communicate appropriately, that we would teach our children how to respond, to know and how to respond to even negative interactions and situations, because they're booming, right? They're booming, even more so now than they used to. So this is a great school year thus far. I believe there have been some mishaps, I'm sure, along the way, and I don't know each and every one and all of those things, but I'm sure there have been something, but we're praying through all of those things as well. Those who are directly impacted and indirectly impacted, those who were the culprits, and those who may be in the hospital or what have you, by way of whatever incident occurred. We are praying for all of those situations, the peace and the joy. We're praying all of those as well. I'm hoping that you have another fantastic and fruitful day on Tuesday and the rest of this year, you guys. We are praying for you over here on Awesome God Radio, Chat with Kat and Friends, the plethora of stations that are on Awesome God Radio, shows and networks and all of those things. Everyone who is connected, right? So look, I wanted to share with you guys, riding this weekend. We were riding and making some stops. It was gather the stuff together for school weekend and all of those type of things going on. It was a chill weekend as well. It was that as well. But we were riding down one of the streets. I just love y'all. Keep praying for my city too. Keep praying for Baltimore, my city, your city, every city. Keep praying for them as well. Keep lifting them up and standing in the gap for our fellow brothers and sisters. But we were riding down the street, and on one of the I want to say it was a light pole. It could have been a bus stop sign. I think it was a light pole though. There was an advertisement for a video on YouTube, and you know what? I just want to shout out, not specifically the video. Now, I did go to the video to make sure it wasn't like super inappropriate or whatever, to see what it was, because the sign said Tough Tony and Son. It had a song, and then it had like, it was just written. It was just too adorable. I was like, you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for your advertisement. I see it. I see your advertisement, and big up to them for advertising their video, Tough Tony and Son. Look, I'm not, don't call me or write me about what the videos say and all of this stuff. I did go on there. There were like some explicit lyric tags on it. But on the front, like the front cover, like say it's a CD cover, a CD cover, say it's a CD cover, and there's a picture of a gentleman and a little boy. So I'm like, so how explicit can the lyrics be? I don't know. I did listen to part of one of the songs, and you know, it was okay. But you know what? The shout out is going to their advertisement, just the will, the courage to do that, right? To post up your talents and your gifts and whatever you feel strongly in, that you're going full force, full forward in. Just, that's just a wonderful thing. So it just reminded me, look, nothing can stop you. Like, you could post you could post up a sign anywhere, you know, kind of advertising what it is that you do, and all of those things. So just a great big shout out to them for posting like that. And I haven't seen, I don't traverse and travel all over Baltimore or anything. It was the only sign that I saw. I think it was on Bel Air Road and another, I can't even remember the cross street. But nevertheless, I wanted to shout out their efforts in advertising. So I'm sure that that's not the only one. That's the only one that I saw that day. And they'll probably get, they'll probably get some hits for people looking at it and whatever. But please, I'm just shouting out their will and courage to post that they have this talent, that we're doing it, that we've laid down some tracks and we want y'all to hear it, you know, support us. Yeah, so that's what they did. That was very courageous, very inspiring and empowering of them, because it can empower someone else. I mean, you can look at it and say whatever you want to say, of course, and feel how you want to feel about it. But nevertheless, what you can say is that they did the daggone thing, because they put what they can do out in the atmosphere, in the street, for all to see. Anybody walking by, driving by, riding by can see, you know, that there's this advertisement. This is the name of it. This is the name of the song. This is where you go to find it. It's very easy to find things on YouTube. So there you go. Big shout out to them for the courage to go ahead and post up what they're doing, their awesome talent. And it's not bad, you guys. It's not bad. That's all I'm going to say. It wasn't bad. And I didn't listen to every song. There were about 4 or 5 songs listed there, so I don't know. Like I said, I saw some parental explicit lyrics on there, but so I don't know specifically. But shout out for the courage to advertise in Baltimore on a busy street. And see, that's what you want. You want the busy street where people can see it. Tons of people can ride by, see it, go and curiosity possibly check it out, like, dislike. Well, you want likes, but they're going to do either or, and they might not do anything, and half the time that's what happens. But at any rate, they did it. They did the daggone thing. So may that impress upon you and compel you to get up and do the daggone thing, whatever it is that you feel strongly about within yourself and you're compelled to do as far as your giftings and your talents. Do it. Just do it. Now, you know, just do it. Just do it. So moving right along, since we are back in school and in high gear for the educational school year 2022 to 2023. Man, this year is going by so fast. What do you guys think? What have you been doing this year? Like, I don't know. This year is just going by so fast, and before you know it, it's gonna be December. So just keep going. I am praying and speaking into your life to keep on going. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep on going, keep on thinking and aspiring and putting the work in. That's all that I can do, right? That's all that you can do as well for you. We have to be fruitful in our own lives in order to see those things come to fruition, or, you know, even the inkling of them. We have to do the work. God will bless it along the way, even the initial ideas that are in our minds. But we have to do the work, especially when he gives us an assignment or tells us these specific things to do. We've got to get out there and do it. But since we are in at the start of education, college education, secondary school education, elementary school education. Um, there are private school settings in each of these areas, and even without that, it's sky high. It can cost quite a bit. If you're not going to public school, it can cost quite a bit to go to school. So some of the things that I was reading up on, especially in regard to higher education, is, I don't know if you guys know it, or if you have applied for a Pell Grant. I remember when I started going to school, I was already active duty, so I was using those funds to go to school. But I know, like filling out FAFSA and all that stuff afterward, because my GI Bill ran out, and I wish I would have ran a little bit faster toward the Pell Grant and other opportunities. Hey, Google it, you guys. Other opportunities of what is it, of money disbursement and help, financial assistance, and all of those things. I wish I would have done that a lot faster. But at any rate, it is not too late, because Pell Grants, you do have to be an active student. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get the money, and then I'm going to go to school. You need to be either a full-time or part-time student. I'm not sure if you have to be a full-time student. I think you just have to have a student status, and the need has to be shown, and you can't show the need for needing the money for the Pell Grant for education if you aren't registered for school. So get registered, pick your classes and all of that stuff. It's a little, yep, but get it started. Put it in your mind, put it in your goals to maybe do it next semester if it's too late now. Some school registration is still open, because classes are still, still have seats and things of that nature, or they still have room. And virtually, I don't know, are the classrooms limited by the number of people when it's virtual? I don't think so, but maybe so. But at any rate, moving right along, how to get a Pell Grant. And let me see, I got this. Hopefully, did I get the source? You guys know you have to source your work, and I don't think I did this time, but I did get it online. And I just printed out the information so that I could share it with you. If you are interested in going to school, or if you are in school, these are some things that you could do as far as the Pell Grant, and it explains how to get the Pell Grant. You have to you have to complete the application, you have to submit it. Now, it is in, which I didn't know that it's kind of, you have to fill out the FAFSA first, and I think that's what a lot of the government funds that are dispersed to people, FAFSA, you have to do FAFSA first, and then I guess wherever that stops, the other grants will pick up, or the other funds that are available to you. Once you fill out the application, you have to fill out the application, send in all of your information, complete it in its entirety, submit it, and then you'll find out how much you will get. And it all depends on the need. There is not a deadline for the FAFSA to have it done, but the quicker the better, the sooner the better, because you don't want to be at the last one, or in that last year. So the sooner the better. The sooner that you know that you're going to need the funds, that's when you want to fill it out. Don't worry about what time of year that it is. Just go ahead and fill it out, because you can always they can always retroactive those funds to you as well. Let's see. You can get more information on the deadlines at your school. Your school financial aid officers should know some information about Pell Grants, financial aid, because that's what they're there for, to give you information. And sometimes I have learned that sometimes I have to initiate and ask the questions. Some places are better at that than others. I've found that as well. Some places are more proactive and forthcoming in information, and then some are not that good at it. So we have to be diligent in asking the questions to get the answers that we need. Or and you might not even know the specific question to answer, but just start asking questions. Ask questions, and hopefully that will stir up within them some of the answers that you need, and like a plan of conversation and the way that it should go for the answers that you need in order to fulfill your commitment, your financial commitment to go to school, right? So that's how that should work. The Pell Grant is for undergraduates who are either full-time or part-time, and that means that you cannot have earned your bachelor's degree, your graduate degree, or any professional degree. So this Pell Grant is for undergraduate students. It's not for if you already have obtained your bachelor's degree, your graduate degree, or any kind of professional degree. If not an undergraduate student, then being enrolled in a bachelor education teacher certification program is the only way. If you're in like a post-bachelor teacher certification program, then you will fall into the category of those who will be fit the criteria and the qualifications. I was going to say be approved, but I don't know if you'll be approved, but you fit the criteria and the qualifications for filling out the application for the possibility of approval. Okay. Let's see. It's important to remember that if you are eligible to receive a Pell Grant, you will need to submit your FAFSA every year. And I am familiar with FAFSA because I did have to do that even with the GI Bill. I had to do FAFSA every year. And yeah, you just do it. You just do it. Just something that you got to do because you got to get your money. You got to pay for school. So go ahead and do all those things that you need to do. There are tons of resources out there, you guys. Google is your friend for almost everything, and especially for if you are in need for financial resources for education and other resources as well. But right now I'm talking about educational resources. There are resources out there available for businesses. There are grants available for businesses. I am always on YouTube. I need to fill out these applications myself. I need to fill out these applications myself because I do know quite a bit of them that are available out there. And I think sometimes I get in my mind like, I don't think I qualify. But go ahead. What worse? You can't be in a worse position if you are denied, right? But what if I get in? Yay! Because if not that many people apply, then that improves your chances of being selected. Remember that too. So go ahead, fill out the application and see what happens. Also, some other information, because you guys, do you know I work at Harvest of Hope Behavioral Wellness Center, and I'm so elated and proud to work there and to be associated with Harvest of Hope Behavioral Health. It's a wonderful organization. There's if you are in need of substance abuse program, it is a wonderful one. There's a residential component that is added to it as well. There's PRP at Harvest of Hope Behavioral Health. There's PRP services, mental health services, and other services that are coming as well. Certifications are in the works, so we're excited about that and waiting on it. But I thought about that because the next piece of information that I have for you is concerning not that this segue into that, but it does segue into those who may have kind of fallen on hard times concerning maybe have served some jail time, or maybe there was some drug use, and maybe there's rehabilitation efforts going on, and stability of housing is an issue. Stability of housing is an issue when you're in any of those, and then other situations that I didn't even mention. Those are two of the ones that are right at the top of my brain and are within this article. So those are the ones that I'll speak from, but there are others. there are others. So if you fit any of the descriptions that you know of, and you're in a tight spot as far as needing a place to stay because your life was probably turned upside down, or it's just trying to get on track, halfway houses are a option in many locations. I know there are a few here, residential housing programs and halfway house programs that are specifically for those who are transitioning from jail back to society, or you're transitioning from rehabilitation of some sort, whether it be drug use, alcohol use, whatever, all of the substance uses, all of those. So those are viable resources to look into while you're in between trying to get firm footing. They can connect you to other resources that are out here and available to help you with job opportunities, with interviewing techniques, resume writing, and things of that nature. If look, and I don't have a halfway house. I don't have a halfway house, but I do know that, and I've read that those are like they are needed resources in all areas. They're needed resources, and there are government grants out there for if you want to start programs such as this. I have none of that information. If you would like any of that information, I suggest that you Google it, or you get in touch with someone that you know of that is doing that business. Preferably there's a sharing compelling within them, because it is needed and it's necessary. Or partner with someone. You don't have to do it all from scratch. You do not have to invent the wheel. It is already out there. Link up with someone, connect with someone to find out how to operate in that vein of expertise, because it's necessary and it's needed. There are some available, and not to say all of them are great, but there is always room for more. There's always room for more, and certainly there are opportunities of investment, opportunities of financial resources available to get that started, just like many other areas of revenue, and things of that nature. So I just implore you and encourage you to look that way. If that's something that you want to do, that's definitely a heart, like, I'm compelled to do this thing because XYZ. Do it. Look into it. And just get it started. Get it done. They're called, other names for these type of homes are transitional centers or residential reentry centers. I like those names a little bit better, but at any rate, they all serve similar, around about the same purpose and causes of helping others who are, whose life has just been turned upside down, and just trying to gain firm footing. So I'm re-entering into society, and I'm reading from this. I'm so sorry I do not have the source. I'm sorry about that. I hate that. And I will try to find it and let you guys know tomorrow. Where exactly I got it from, or sometime this week. Check back here at Chat with Cat and Friends for that information. As a matter of fact, I'll put it in the description section. As soon as I get it, I'll put it there so that you can read through the information more specifically your own self, right? Because I'm not reading all of the information, just some of it. Golly, I lost my place. Okay, re-entering back into society after a period of being in jail. After you've been incarcerated, it is difficult to re-enter society, and that is why places like halfway houses, transitional centers and residential re-entry centers exist. That's what they're supposed to do. That's why they are supposed to be in existence, is to help with reentry into the working society. That is why they provide support to those in need in those areas. It may be a condition of parole, which means a person, they don't have a choice, and you have to live in a halfway house or a transitional center in order to fulfill your criteria for parole. And in some cases that is the case sometimes, and some it is not. Each one is different, but generally people stay there for up to a year. sometimes it becomes an alternative for others, and it's known as community correction centers. Okay, individuals will go there instead of prison, so I guess there's some set aside for that as well. We're talking about the ones that kind of rehab and reform you, and seek to give you the resources in education or employment services that are much needed, technical experience that is needed so that your resume can look like it needs to look, so that you can re-enter and get the type of jobs that you are seeking in some way, shape, or form. In some way, shape, or form, that is not always the case, but I believe that is the premise and should be the premise. If it's not, hey, I'm saying it should be the premise if it's not. And hopefully it is working out for the better of the individuals who are transitioning through those doors or those spaces of places and services, that they're getting the help that they need. Let's see, it can be a great way for individuals to still be held accountable for their actions and be able to work and function in the community, getting you back on your feet. That's what it's about. It's supposed to be about getting you back on your feet and having the availability of services in place to assist with that transition and transformation, whether it be in education, employment, whatever the person may be seeking. And it could be, bottom line, like just getting your emotional self in a better place, your emotional self, your psychological self in a better place. I'm sure that is a what it's a just a period of transition, so prayerfully those resources are available as well, because we have to work on our inner selves first, so that we can be a little more stable in our minds. So we'll not work on it first and only, but work on it first, and just carve that out, so that those transitions can be a little bit smoother. And I may be looking at this from a totally wrong vantage point. I'm not sure. You guys you guys know me, but keep me on point. Put it in the comments. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Have you been in the halfway house? Do you know what it's like? If you had the opportunity to have one, considering your experience, what would it be like? What would it look like? Maybe you were like, oh, this is totally wrong. I would never do this, but I would do these 10 things right here are so necessary. I did not receive this type of treatment. Let me know about it. I love to read your comment. I love to share and interact and exchange with you in that aspect. So share with me, please, in the comments. Chat with Cat and Friends in the comments. Please let me know, or via email, or through email at trinaw@awesomeguardradio.com. Just let me know. Available resources, let's see, it's the special needs residents. They meet the special needs of the residents, that regular, like sometimes regular situations just can't handle what the individual may need. So that is what these homes and centers, transitional centers, are available for rehabilitation and counseling and all of those things. There could be trauma. There could be just a mass amount of things with any individual at any given time, for the reason why they may be in a predicament that they're in. And solving that isn't particularly what the purpose of it is, but coming to some resolutions and going forward, trying to go forward in that of rehabilitation, right? Moving forward. Let's see. Individuals that have a bad history can have a tough time getting into these homes. These individuals who have had violent past and failed the halfway home experiences. That is why it's important to make sure you respect these homes if you are eligible to get placed into one. So those are great things. Those are great things to know, because you can be discharged even from programs, especially from like those transitional and residential programs and rehabilitation programs, there have to be rules and there have to be guidelines, and you have to abide within those rules and guidelines, because a it makes it creates a more violent atmosphere when you don't, and when there isn't a, when there aren't boundaries set. Yeah, you don't want that. It creates a much worse and much more tense situation. um but yeah, that's it. I pray that if you are like looking for housing, that that you connect with someone who will be able to assist with that. You can let me know and email trinaw@awesomegodradio.com. I can surely connect you with some folks with some places and things of that nature. If you have substance abuse issues and would like to enter a residential program, and this is strictly for, if it's up to you, you have to want to change for programs like these to work, for substance abuse programs to work, and that's substance of every kind. That could be alcohol, marijuana, heroin, crack, whatever. All of the substances fall into there. Now, I know that there are some programs that kind of focus on this or that, and you can figure those out by googling, by connecting with others, by seeking help in many different ways. But at Harvest of Hope, it's a substance abuse track that you're on, and all of those substances are included. So if you're ready, give us a call at, what is it, 443-334-5732, extension 1101. You will reach me, extension 1101. And I will connect you to someone who could better assist you, because I'm not the intake for substance abuse, but there is a delightful gentleman and others that can help you, help put you on the right path and point you in the direction that you need to go during that intake. As well, there's mental health, there's psychiatric rehabilitation, which is, they're all awesome programs. And on this channel, Chat with Cat and Friends, yes, there are a plethora of therapists, coaches, mentoring programs are represented right here. So if you need help or assistance I was gonna say you or yourself, but that's the same person, for you, your family member, that would be your youth, your student, your child, whatever the case may be. There's something there for everybody. Business strategists, financial literacy, what is it, all of the planning that goes on with retirement planning and investing and all of those great things. Check out this awesome content on this channel, Chat with Cat and Friends. Subscribe. Let me know if any of this information helped you or assist you in any way. If you shared it, let me know about that too. If you made a connection with anyone that was featured on the show at any time, let me know that as well. If you have a black business, you just started, you've been in business 15, 20 years, whatever the case may be, or you're just starting out last month, or whatever the case may be, you have your LLC, or you don't even have it yet. This is what I'm doing. Sometimes it comes to that. This is what I'm doing. This is my business. I'm compelled to do it. I feel XYZ about it, and that's why I'm doing it. Hey, yep. And everybody doesn't have a great big elaborate story to go behind why they have started their business. Sometimes it's out of necessity. Sometimes it's out of necessity. There are authors here, and they will co-sign exactly what I just said. Sometimes it's out of necessity. I want to say, see, now I'm going to get in trouble. I'm not going to pull out any names because I don't know. I'm not going to pull out any names, but I know that I did have one of the authors that I did have present an interview on the show. Yep, she was like, and that's how it starts. It started out of necessity. It started out of necessity, her business, and it kind of grew into her understanding and learning that, oh, okay, I love this. This is what I love to do. This is what I'm here to do. And sometimes it starts like that. Sometimes and sometimes not. It's in other ways. So everybody is different. So that might not be your story. So don't let that um deter or detract from why and how you do what you do because somebody else's story may be different. It will be, because guess what? You are uniquely you and they are uniquely them. So the stories and origins may very well, in fact, be totally different. And that is super okay. That is super okay. And it probably should be the way that it is. Because if we were all the same, yeah, no, we don't even get along not being the same. So I just don't know about that. But check out the channel, subscribe, 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 share, share, share. In that order, share and subscribe, comment, let me know what you're thinking, what you're doing, what kind of moves you're making right here in 2022. We are into the fourth quarter. Yep, about to turn into the fourth quarter, end of September. Yep. Man, this year is going by so fast. Fret not. Keep on going. Keep on going. You may not be where you want it to be right now, but you're getting there. You're getting there. And you may have had some challenges along the way, but you're getting there and you're still alive. You still have a chance to do things in a forward thinking way. You still have a chance to keep on going and keep reinventing and all of those great things. Keep creating. That's what we're here to do. We were created to create, right? And to empower one another. That's what I truly and deep down, that's what I feel. That's what I feel. We were created to empower one another. So I pray that something was said on today that empowered you, that encouraged you, that inspired you, and that even stuck out to you as something that you could share with someone else that maybe you had a conversation about, or you overheard a conversation about, and that you were able to share it with them and they were able to reap the benefits of the information that you shared. Tell them to subscribe to the channel as well. There is, and lastly, I was reading an article in WebMD, and you guys know we're embarking on the season changing, fall is coming, and all of those things. It's a great time to start, if you stop, to start and gear back up on your vitamins, multivitamins, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin K, and all of those things. Check out my video on vitamins and how they are vitamin enriched foods, because everybody doesn't like to take a pill. Everybody doesn't like to take a pill. So, and then you don't have to take so many, because you can there are many foods that are bubbling over with vitamins and minerals that you can eat and get your fair share of what you need as a vitamin component for your health and for your well-being. You guys, that's it for me. I'm going to talk to you later. Please let me know that you saw this video. Comment, like, and share. Check out my Facebook page, Chat with Cat and Friends. My Facebook page, also my other Facebook page, Emerging to Wellness. Both of those on Instagram as well, and that's Emerging 2, the number 2 Wellness. Check those out. Post up any comments that you have, like some of the information that you see. Comment, please. I love to hear from you. I love to engage with you. Reach me at Trina W at awesomegodradio.com. TrinaWawesomeGodradio.com. Yeah, COM. Trina W at awesomegodradio.com. Hit me up when you can. I will talk to you guys later, or maybe see you later on this week. Stay tuned, because I'm going to post up some great information later on this week. Have a great night and day, whatever it is, however it is that you have going next in your life. I pray that you have a pleasant day on tomorrow and the rest of the week. Understand that God loves you and nobody loves you better than He does. And continue to stay His will. I pray His strength and His spirit of love and compassion over your life. Have a great night.